This is our 5th annual Battle in the Borough firefighting competition. It's sponsored by Advanced Waste Services. There's 6 events, the first one being the quick dress, followed by the hose roll. Then there's the Bucket Brigade, tug of war, quick draft, and we end the day with the Battle of the Barrel. The first event is the quick dress. It's the only individual event that we have here, and the goal is for each individual to put their entire personal protective equipment on in the fastest time possible. If there are any errors, such as skin exposed, there are 10-second penalties awarded. The second event is a hose toss. It's a 3-person team. Each person unrolls a 50-foot section of hose, and the 3 players' total length is added up, and the longest length wins the competition.
I think that's even better. A little hard.
The third event is the Bucket Brigade. There's a 55-gallon drum set on a section of scaffolding. It's a 6-person team. There are 4 bucket runners, 1 person on a ladder handing the buckets up, and a 2nd person up on a scaffolding filling the drum up with water. And the objective is to fill the drum with water the fastest. The fourth event is the tug of war. It's a 5-person team. Each department can have 2 teams competing in an event.
There you go. Try, Travis, try.
Shenango, we're in trouble. I can tell already.
Come on! Come on, Travis!
Go!
Union winner.
Okay, the quick draft, personal protective equipment, boots, pants, coat, gloves, and helmet. The pumper operator is the only one that does not need gloves. He needs everything else on there. The objective is set up, draft, fill the pipe with the hose line until the ball comes out the top in the fastest time.
The 5th event's the quick draft event. It's where you actually use your own fire engine. You have to draft water from a porta tank, connect 2 sections of hose, connect them to the discharge of your fire engine, get a draft from the porta tank, connect the nozzle to the end, and then there's a ball in a pipe that you have to squirt the water into the pipe until the ball comes out. $49.5. The 6th and final event of the day is the Battle of the Barrel. We have 2 opposing teams consisting of 4 people per team. There's a keg on a cable, and the objective is for the opposing team to squirt water and hit the keg and get it across the opposing team's goal line. Each event is awarded a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place trophy. There's also a point system. A 1st place trophy gets the team 10 points, a 2nd place is 6 points, and a 3rd place is 4 points. At the end of all 6 events, the fire department with the most points wins the cup, which we call it. It's a traveling trophy. The department's name and year will get put on the plaque, and it travels to that department, and they get to keep it for the entire year. The trophy is sponsored by City Glass, and at the end of each year, the department brings it back, and it will be awarded to the following year's winner.
Now we'll go with the overall standings for this year's event. South Newcastle Borough finishing 3rd with 16 points. Union finishing second with 46. And Shenango taking the trophy home for the first time with 58. Good job, guys. Good job. Stand up, let them get a picture.
Wow. Volleyball.
No kissing it either.
Hold it up, Sam. Woo! 5 years.
5 long. We'd like to thank everybody for coming this year. We'd like to thank Advanced Waste for sponsoring our event again, and City Glass that donated the traveling trophy. And we'd like to thank Dan Irwin from the news. He always does a good job, as well as KDS TV. Thanks, guys.
Going to Disneyland.
Hey, let's give the Boro a big round of applause for all this food, the time that they spend to do this for us every year. You guys do a bang-up job. Seriously, thank you.
Oh yeah, Dave's the heart of Shenango, but it didn't matter anyways. I don't think they were going to beat us. You know, maybe next year. You know, maybe they can get some bigger guys one of these years, because I don't know. Since they started doing the tug of war, they've been able to hang with us.
What about who's the biggest help on your team?
Usually the big guy at the end. Where is he? Mr. Slayman.
He's the biggest helper on your end. Truthfully, when you guys went, he would just stand there. He wasn't doing anything.
He's the anchor. He's just got to hold us all back. We pull in just his weight.
Baggy, I feel so.
Are we done?
My God, I don't think the lens is wide enough. Listen, here's the bottom line. I don't know, Union brought a card over, a sympathy card, okay? I have no idea who did it, but I think today we're going to send that card back to Union Township.
Timmy goes, there's no way this came from Union because it's spelled right.
Very good.
Yeah. There was
Listen,
misspelling in all the words that it would have came from Union for sure.
This is repulsive, okay? And I want these two gentlemen to know that I'm on call this weekend, and they're going to have a place in the Lawrence County Jail for the rest of the day. Now, what would you have to say about this, sir?
As long as it's by the poolside.
One room cot, please.
One room cot, all right? I'll tell you what, and we'll make sure that you have steaks, too.
Okay.
All right?
Fine.
You boys ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm here to tell you something.
Well,
Look at that. Here, get a good shot of that. Hold on there, turn it around.
I'd have liked to seen the artwork in the toilet paper that
Yeah.
was last night, I guess.
What about all the toilet paper around the fire department?
I have no idea who would do something like that. In all my years, I've never seen anything so repulsive. These boys from Union, they have no couth whatsoever.
At the end of the competition, we have a lunch that our members and other members helping from other departments. They're cooking right now. We could smell it. But at the end of the final event, we clean everything up, then we break for lunch, and each trophy's awarded at that time.
I think the games went pretty good today. The weather didn't cooperate at first with the storms and the rain, but we got a late start, but it worked out well for us.
The first year we did it, we just went out and looked for a lot of smaller sponsors, and it was a hassle making all the phone calls and making all the trips. And Advanced Waste Services, this is their 4th year, I believe, sponsoring the event, and they sponsor it every year, and we don't have to worry about the financial aspect of this event. They cover everything. The company's out of Wisconsin, and they purchased a local company, which was Castle Environmental. So they do have a local branch here in Newcastle.
I want to thank the Newcastle News for coming up and covering these events. It's always good to get us out in the community, you know, to see what we do up here. And I want to thank KDS TV for filming not only the event, but the fires and training and whatever. It helps the guys out. I know the guys love to go on the internet and watch the films of what they've done and around the county.
Beautiful.
Good scar. Well, heck, that's warm.
That was probably warm water.
That was warm water. That felt good.